Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope all of y'all are doing well. Welcome to this video where I'll be talking about how to actually get feedback on your offer, reiterate it, and make it better, okay? Now, this is such an overlooked aspect in the consulting business. If you run a coaching offer and you don't even ask your clients how they, what they think about the program, whether or not they buy it again, you are missing out on so much valuable information that you can use to make your product 10 times better. In this video, I'm going to be going over the exact questions that you should ask your clients, how to ask them, and how to take the feedback the right way, okay? So let's dive into our laptop. Let's go ahead and get started. The goal of getting feedback is basically to improve your product and get more money, okay? It's the easiest way to improve your product, get more client results, and make way more money. And as I said, it's one of the most overlooked parts of building out an offer is literally, asking people that are already in your offer. Sometimes we try to think about the best marketing strategy, or we think about what should I add, but why don't you just ask the people that are actually consuming the product? No one actually gives advice like this, right? It's so simple, but no one actually does it. So what I want you to do is a step-by-step process. Hop on a call with at least 5 existing clients and ask them these exact questions. Now, do this with followers if you don't have any clients. You can kind of just word it differently and all that. But you want to hop on a call with everyone if possible. If you have 10 clients, hop on all 10, trust me. If you have 100, you could try to get 10 people, 5 to 10 people, and make sure that they're not the same type of people, Make sure, if you're selling a fitness offer, make sure to get a guy that's skinny, a guy that's buff, a guy that's overweight, and just different perspectives so that you can improve it for everyone, not just a specific type of client. And a lot of people would only ask successful people. Trust me, if you ask an unsuccessful client that didn't achieve his desired result in X amount of time, you will get way more valuable information from that unsuccessful person, because that will help you increase your client success rate, which is the most important thing in your consulting business. Now, you want to ask them the questions: why did you buy the program? Understand why you actually bought it, right? What actually tipped them over the edge or whatever. What resonated with you most in my content? And if it's, storytelling, then you want to do more storytelling. If it's, client results, then you want to post more client results. You want to know what type of content got the client to resonate with you. That's the most important thing. And then you can tailor your content strategy towards posting more of that type of content, okay? What pushed you over the edge to get in contact with me? So if it's an inbound lead, you want to ask this. And it could be a CTA, it could be a freebie. You want to understand, and you want to have a kind of stats to know, okay, probably 80% of my people reach out to me through freebies. I'm going to make my freebies 10 times better. I'm going to have, instead of 3, I'm going to have 5 more freebies, and I'm just going to make my freebies the main way I'm going to generate clients. Double down on what works, right? What specifically made you buy the program? So was it a guarantee? Was it the one-on-one aspect? All that stuff. What could we have done better in the sales process to make you want to buy? So they've already bought, but what could we have done better in the sales process? Maybe it's giving them a post-booking video that was better. Maybe it's going through case studies before the actual call. There's different things that they'll mention. What part of the program do you like the most? Just make sure you emphasize that part. What part of the program do you like the most? Easy stuff. What part of the program do you not like? So, if you ask 5 people and they all have something that they didn't like about the program, remove it, So now you're reiterating based on feedback, live feedback, instead of just assuming. What could we add to the community that will make it extremely valuable? So what would make him pay $1,000 more? Maybe it's more one-on-one calls. Maybe it's more accountability. Maybe it's having an account, a partner. Maybe it's grouping. Maybe it's giving each other accountability partners. That could be one, right? Imagine at the start of your fitness journey, if you're partnered up or you're assigned to some other guy and you're keeping him accountable, you're hopping on daily calls with each other, that's insane value. That could be more valuable, right? And so you want to ask them, and you give them ideas as well, because sometimes they may not be able to think of it. And just kind of throw your ideas at them and see what sticks, and if they like it, then you can add it. How much would you pay for a community like this? So ask them, based on everything you've experienced so far, how much would you pay? If it's more, then you can charge more. If it's less, then you should probably make your program more valuable, focus on actually providing value, having more deliverables, all that stuff. And then what would someone pay more for? This is a question that's very sneaky, because you can upsell them. So let's say he wants more one-on-one calls. They say, oh, what exactly are you looking to achieve out of the one-on-one calls? I see, and how much would you pay for that? It's like $4,000. If I did 3 one-on-one calls with you for $2,000, would you be down to do it? And you could upsell him right there, who knows, But yeah, this will just help you make the program more valuable itself. What would make you want to pay more? what deliverables would make him want to go high ticket, basically. And if you knew the value you get, would you buy this program again? Get him to really elaborate this point, okay? Because this is going to determine whether or not you're selling a shitty product or a good product. Now, get them to talk about every single point and probe deeper as much as possible. Now, when I say probe deeper, when someone says, what part of the program do you like the most, let's say he says the accountability. You want to ask why. How does that make them feel? Why exactly you have to understand the exact thought process of these guys. If you don't, then you're never going to really be able to build a really, really good product. And so you want to probe deeper on every single one of these questions. This call might last 30 minutes to an hour with your client, but the value and the information you'll get from this, asking these questions, is just ridiculous, okay? And this is the time for you to put your ego aside and actually get genuine feedback to make your product 10 times better. Because, again, your number one priority is your clients. If your number one priority is your clients, then I promise you the profits will come. Everyone thinks it's about the right strategies, it's about the right marketing and everything, and that's what you invest in this program for. But the best marketing is word of mouth. The best marketing is living client results and test case studies. Nothing beats that. If you can make your offer 10 times better, focus on the product. Ask these questions to your guys. Put your ego aside. Just because the client says your product is shit, okay, why is it shit? What can I improve to make it better? Put your ego aside and just make the product better, because you are running a coaching business, not a stock business where you're just increasing stock and it's only all about financial. Your focus should be on coaching, okay? Now, the more honest the feedback, the better you can make your offer. Just get them to be as genuine as possible. Make them realize that you won't take offense to their answers, because the more honest it is, the better it is for you, okay? Hope this video was valuable. Hope you got some insights, and I hope you guys really implement this, especially if you have clients, because your offer will be 10 times better than it is if you ask these questions. So that's going to wrap up this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.